Hey gals and guys, Jack here from Something's Brewing. I didn't think I'd be making another video like this right away, but I am. It's about Social Security. I think maybe a couple weeks ago, hopefully some of you saw the video that I did about Social Security and how my account was actually hacked. It was hacked through ssa.gov, the Social Security website. Someone managed somehow my password, Social Security number, date of birth, I don't know, all these things, and got into my account and actually changed the deposit account for my Social Security payment. Now, that's not what I'm calling about this week exactly, but I'm kind of filling you in. Go back and look at the last video. It's pretty bizarre. I was notified by Social Security through the website that there'd been a change in my account. And I went and checked it out. What the hell is this? I'd never changed this. And it was changed from my credit union here in Iowa to a bank in Delaware. And I ended up getting into the Social Security office and getting it corrected. But I'm here about a couple different things today. So I suggest you go back and look at that video to get some background of what I'm going to be telling you here today. Social Security is under attack. I mean to tell you, I found out some things since then that amazed me. But I want to go through the first thing first, and that is this. After my account was tapped into, they shut off my ssa.gov account, the official Social Security online account, so that I wouldn't get hacked again. But what I found out now is I can never use it again. I'm told ever, because someone breached my security in there somehow. No one knows how. And so once that happens, that's it. You're done. You can't use it again. So maybe that's a good thing. So I've already been to the Social Security office, and I've got it set up now. When the only time a change can be made, I have to come in there myself and make the change. Unless, of course, I die, then my wife can go in and do it. I'm not in a rush to get out of here, so hopefully that won't happen soon. So that's kind of inconvenient, but I think it's the best way for me, because that scared the hell out of me in that. What I'm telling you here today is something I told you before, and I'm going to talk about a new topic as well. You need to know your Social Security is safe going forward. And I know if it came this month, that's great. Mine came the prior month, and suddenly it would have been interrupted. I caught it. It came okay, but there's issues there. If you have an ssa.gov account, you need to be checking it. You need to be checking it. If you're a younger person and mom and dad have that account, or grandpa and grandma have that, you need to get with them. You need to tell them you need to check it. And I'm not going to kid you when I tell you, you need to check it every month. And if you think I'm joking, I was pretty vigilant checking mine. The only reason I found out mine was changed, that my checking account had been changed, because I checked the little box I think is on there where I said I wanted to be notified of anything different in my Social Security account. I had assumed that meant it would tell me when we got our once-a-year raises and things like that. I never expected it to notify me my account had been changed. You go back and look at the previous video, and I have all the information they sent me. I hold up. You can read it all. You can see the bank account was changed too and all that. But anyway, that's the first thing I want to tell you. You do need to check that. Number two is, if you don't have an ssa.gov account, you need to be checking on it anyway. You need to find a way. And you may have to get on the phone with Social Security and talk to them and wait for a long time. If you're fortunate enough to have an office you can get into, I would go there. And now, I will tell you that what they told me, that you need to set an appointment. However, if you stop in on the days that aren't too busy, which are later in the week in the afternoon, that's what I'm told, later in the week in the afternoon, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday in the afternoon, you may be able to get in without an appointment. I would go, now I'm not telling you what to do, I'm telling you what I did. That's all I would do. I just tell you what I did. I would make sure that I went in and the account's okay, set up the way it should be, and that I'm the only person that can change it unless I designate another person. You may have a caretaker, you may have your spouse, maybe you have your son, your daughter you want to designate. That's fine. I mean, I think you can do that. But do it in person. That way you don't have to worry about it. If you have an ssa.gov account, it's not secure. It can't be. Now, they can tell you that it is, but mine obviously got hit. I find it hard to believe, out of the millions of people in America that have that account, mine was a random one that got picked, and I won the lottery, or almost lost the lottery because of it. So I would be checking it monthly. I would be vigilant. I would continuously check it. The other thing I'll tell you is this. I've heard recently, and we're going to go into this more next week, because this is going to be a public service area of our channel we're going to be going into a lot. And there are people I've talked to recently. I work at a hospital, and some people that have told me about some friends and relatives that have gotten calls from Social Security talking about the clawback program that they owe money. And they need to be paying some money back. Now, I'm going to get more details when I talk about it. I am familiar with the clawback program, and it has been, and that's where they're trying to bring money back to the government if they've overpaid you or something. I get more details provided next week. We have a personal experience in our family that I'm going to be talking to someone about how that happened with them. And I'm pretty familiar with this one. So I will talk to them and we'll get more details on that. But my point of all that is Social Security will not call you unless there's a specific reason, and generally, and this is what they told me, the call will come because you have filed for Social Security, they have questions, you've changed an action on Social Security, something like that. Very limited calls. They're not going to call you out of the blue. They're not. They're not going to call you and threaten you. They're not going to call you and ask for money, those type of details at all. And they really don't call very often. It's pretty rare. If they call me, once again, I'm not telling you what to do, but if they call me, I'm going to probably want to call them back or go to an office, have it verified. There's got to be a way to verify that. I do remember when I applied for Social Security 5 years ago, that we did it by phone, and it worked. But now I don't know if I do that again. I really don't. This is kind of a strange deal here, so I'm not sure I would do that. Anyway, the purpose of this video is to remind you to be vigilant. We're going to be talking more about this. This is going to be a weekly thing, Social Security and several things. There's some things in Washington going on with Social Security too we're hearing, but again, I'm not just going to bloviate, and I'm only going to tell you what I would do on these cases. That's it. I'm not a Social Security expert, and I'm not your lawyer, and I'm not your accountant. I'm not your family member. I'm going to tell you how I did what I did. And you can take from that. You can say, you know what, that's not a bad idea. Maybe that's an okay idea. Maybe he's dumber than hell. I wouldn't do that. That's completely up to you. And I'll leave that up to you. But for now, I will tell you the one thing that I will right top, be vigilant, check your Social Security, be careful, okay? If they call you, find a way to verify it. I'll get information on how you can do that going forward. And next week I'll be back. We talk a bit more about this. Maybe someday we won't have to talk about this. Hopefully not. This is Jack from Something's Brewing. You take care.